Hey, what you doing?
What are you doing back here?
I'm here for you. Boy, I tell you what, I found the perfect date for you. Valentine's Day and all coming up. I've got the perfect date.
The perfect date. Uh-huh. Right. Remember what happened last time? And the time before that? And the time before that? This isn't a good idea.
You know, I've been snooping around, and I tell you what, I found perfection. And I tell you what, it's gonna feel good in your hands.
Perfection? A likely story. I don't know about this.
But have I ever steered you wrong? Trust me. Go get changed. We're gonna meet.
Why do I even agree to these things?
Now that's tactical.
Now I want to get my hands on that.
Okay. Now what did I tell you?
What's up, everybody? You're watching Fun with the Gun, and today we're checking out the Glock 34 Generation 3. Unfortunately, because we live in California, we couldn't get our hands on the Gen 4. We've got that annoying handgun restriction to deal with. But regardless, this gun may be old, but it's an oldie but goodie.
Just like me. And you know what else?
What?
Sometimes, the older they get, the meaner they are.
Okay, so we're going to talk about what we like about this gun first and foremost. Might as well start out positive, right, guys? Okay, so, starting off here, we have a gloriously long sight radius here thanks to the long barrel on this Glock 34. It's really excellent. So, because the sights are so far apart, you can really get an awesome sight picture, and the gun is very, very accurate, even from ranges as far as 25 to even 50 yards. We've shot this thing accurately. So we really love that. What you also get with this gun is an awesome slide that's very easy to manipulate under pressure. It's not a CZ or anything of that regard. That's difficult to maybe get your hands on and move that slide around. It's big, it's chunky, and you can definitely get a firm, positive grip on there to really manipulate it when you need to. So under pressure, you're not going to have any difficulty shooting this gun. Great for competitions. The next thing that I really, really enjoy about this is just how easy it is to field strip this. I've never experienced a 9mm that disassembles this easily, so check this out. The first thing we're going to want to do, obviously, make sure it's clear, right? Always safety first. You're going to depress that trigger there so that it's depressed, I guess. So we're going to pull back the slide just a little bit here, and we're going to pull down these two tabs on the left and right side of the frame, and the slide just comes right off like that. From there, you can just disassemble everything on there, clean it all out, clean out your frame, stick it right back together, like so, and you're good to go. This is, without a doubt, one of the most awesome aspects of this 9mm is just how easy it is to take it apart. I love that. I really enjoy how little it kicks. This gun has almost no muzzle rise. So when you're trying to get the fastest split times, after all this is designed with target shooting and competition in mind, you want a gun where you can get your sights back on target as fast as possible, and this gun does a magnificent job at that, and you'll see that here in our video. So that is fantastic. Last but not least is the slide release. I feel like all of the controls are in a really ergonomic position, so I shouldn't say last but not least, but everything is just very easy to manipulate, even for somebody whose hands are as small as mine are, because I do have very tiny little man hands. So this gun just fits me very, very well. Everything is extremely easy to manipulate. It's all right in the correct place. I don't feel like I have to stretch or switch position of my hands. So anybody out there that may have smaller than average hands like me, this gun is going to fit you perfectly.
Very ergonomic.
Extremely ergonomic. In fact, if you look at the grip here, we do have a tough one grip on here, but we have this on all of our 9s. We feel like it just increases our ability to get a good grip on the gun. What you can see here is we've got some finger grooves, and that really helps out, in my mind, to really get a good grip on the gun and hold on to it when it's recoiling, even though it hardly recoils at all.
Yeah, if you don't have Jerry Mitchell cans, you might go with a Glock.
Yeah, so the final thing I'll talk about here for positive aspects is the extended mag release. So like I said before, this gun was primarily designed for target shooting and competition. It's got an extended mag release so you can really quickly get your thumb on there and just get those mags out as quickly as possible. I love everything about this gun.
Yeah, what about the sights? I kind of like the brightness to them. They're bright white sights.
Yeah.
They're not tritium, but they're...
Yeah, they're not tritium or fiber optic. They're just painted plastic white sights.
But they're good. They're
Yeah,
bright.
they tend to maintain their brightness even in very low light conditions. Of course, you're not going to be able to accurately shoot them at night or in, you know, lots of darkness, but they work. You know, they work. They work very well. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's move on to the negative aspects here. So the first thing that I want to talk about, keeping in mind the sights, is the fact that they're made out of plastic. Okay, so yes, the sights work, and they work well, but they don't work the greatest, okay? You could have tritium night sights on here, made out of metal. That would be a lot better, and the majority of people that own Glocks, they tend to swap out the sights as the first upgrade that they make, and we'll probably do the same later on here. Regardless, though...
Speaking of
go
that,
ahead.
Yeah, just this Glock, there are a lot of aftermarket parts that you could put on there. You can really, they're really customizable.
It's like the AR-15 of the handgun world. There's everybody and their mom makes aftermarket Glock, excuse me, parts. Glock. Okay, so another thing that I don't really care for too much about this gun is when I'm shooting it barehanded. I know I made a lot of positive remarks about the extended mag release. It also has its negatives. When you're shooting barehanded, you can see it really sticks out there, and it's got sharp edges. So it digs into your palm when you get it on there and it's kicking back. And that's just no fun. I wear shooting gloves, though, every time that I shoot, so I only really noticed it when I didn't have them on. So if you wear gloves, it's not going to be an issue at all.
This?
Yeah. We've got our slide cut here in the top.
What did it take? A half a gram off the weight of the gun?
Yeah.
Almost an imperceptible amount of weight?
I don't really see it being anything that should be on there. I think it's kind of unnecessary, to be completely honest. And when you're shooting it in positions like rollover prone, or if you just drop the gun, you can get little rocks in there or dust particles or anything, and that could potentially jam up the slide and cause your gun to stop working. So I would actually prefer it if there was a Glock 34 out there that didn't have that slide cut, or if there was an aftermarket Glock 34 slide that doesn't have a slide cut in there. If anybody knows about that, tell me about it, because I have yet to find one online. But that's a big pet peeve of mine. I don't like that at all, that there's that slide cut. It's minimal weight loss at the expense of reliability. So that's kind of annoying. And actually, I think that is my biggest pet peeve regarding this gun. Every other annoyance that I have with it is easily remedied. So the last thing that I can think of that I really don't care about regarding this gun is the Magwell. I know you can buy aftermarket extended Magwells, but having this one the way it is, you can see there's a little slot in the back here where I can stick my finger, and that has nothing to do with the magazine at all. So sometimes when you're trying to do a quick mag swap, you get some difficulty and your mag gets jammed up in there. So at least I've experienced that. Sure, that's not an issue with the Gen 4, but again, we're reviewing the Gen 3. That's what we're talking about here.
When I wear gloves, this little trigger guard here, I think, is a little small.
That's true.
It's pretty awkward for me to get my finger in there, and I don't have big hands. I can imagine, a big guy getting his fingers in there, especially if you have gloves. Without gloves, no problem. When you have to put gloves on, I think that this little trigger guard could have been a 1/4 inch bigger. I think it might have helped.
However, I also offer a solution to that problem. Fingerless gloves.
There you go. Which is what he uses.
Yep,
so,
that's what I use.
But anyway.
Yeah, so that is definitely an issue, and especially if you're a dude that has big, meaty fingers already, putting gloves on isn't going to make it any easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely an issue. Anything else you can think of?
No.
Me
it's a
neither.
little too light
come on.
to be a club. You know, if you have to hit something.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I think that's actually going to conclude our review here. Thank you all once again so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Right.
This has been Fun with the Gun, signing out.